This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
It's been a tough week. It's been a bad week on this planet. Anytime that there is major conflict anywhere, anytime that we've got somewhere where people are dying, innocent people are dying in large numbers, it's not a good thing. Wars are not good things. Sometimes they're necessary things. They're not good things. When innocent people die, it's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. When innocent people die in such large numbers, it's a horrible thing. And this week has been a horrible week. An Islamic terror group, think about this again, October 7th, 6 days ago, last Saturday, Hamas, an Islamic terror group, is responsible for the largest single-day slaughter of Jews in the world since the Holocaust. And 6 days later, more Jews and Israelis have been killed. 6 days later, a lot more Palestinians have been killed. The week ends with maybe the conclusion of Israel's largest airstrike on Gaza ever, and a ground campaign, Israel troops on the ground into Gaza, about to commence. It's going to get worse. It's going to get uglier. In broad strokes, Hamas attacked Israel. Hamas, by the way, the ruling government of Gaza. So the ruling government of a country attacked another country. That other country that was attacked has responded. And now we have full-out war. That's where we are. And as always, when there is war, civilians take it in the ass. They take it in the chin. They take the brunt of it. The poorest and lowliest among us are impacted the worst. As you know, I am off the charts pro-Israel, always have been. But saying that, this has been a horrible week all around. And it's going to be worse. But we end this week, let me rephrase that. I think most people are where I am as we end this horrible week. That may, those of you who don't like my stance on this issue, that may shock or surprise you because, Joe, you're an idiot. You're like way off the charts. You're like off the plantation. You're so far out there for Israel. But no, hear me out. I know there are extremes on both sides. I know there are people on the far right who would want to turn Gaza into a parking lot and kill and destroy every Palestinian in the world. And there are people on the far left who would like to eradicate the state of Israel from this planet and kill every Jew on this planet. I think most people end this week exactly where I am. Let me explain. I think most people in this country, in America, and around the world are standing with Israel. I think most people are concerned for and praying for all the innocent Palestinian people who've been impacted and are going to be impacted by this. And I think most people around the world want Hamas fucking eradicated. Now think about it. Those three stances, that's where I am as I end this week. I stand with Israel. I am concerned about, I pray for. I am so concerned for, and I'm praying for the Palestinian people, and I want Hamas wiped out. Now, everybody listening to me right now, and what's interesting about my podcast, what's interesting about people who listen to me, because I've had such a weird journey from hard MAGA right to who knows where. I have people listening across the political spectrum, but I would be willing to wager that 90% of the people listening to me right now agree with me on all three of those stances, on all three of those thoughts. I think 90% of the people listening to me right now stand with Israel. I think 90% of the people listening to me right now are concerned for and praying for all the innocent Palestinian people. And I think 90% of the people listening to me right now agree with me in that they'd like Hamas to be completely wiped off of this planet. Think about that. Think about where you are as this week ends. You conservative, you center right, you center left, you Democrat, you progressive, you MAGA. Where are you on those three notions? Do you fundamentally, in this case, stand with Israel? Do you fundamentally have deep, deep concerns and worries for all the innocent Palestinian people who are going to be killed and displaced? And do you want Hamas gone? That's where I am. And by the way, as the week ends, that's where we're headed. Look, this is going to be long and ugly. This is going to be something we've never seen. Israel is never going to be the same. Gaza is never going to be the same. The Middle East is never going to be the same. Something happened October 7th. We're never going back to the way things were. I generally think that's a good thing. But this is going to be different. Israel's going to prevail. Don't know how long, don't know how difficult. Israel is going to prevail. The Palestinian people are going to be sadly hammered. So damn unfortunate. And I believe Hamas is going to be eradicated. It's impossible to completely 100% eradicate an Islamic terrorist group, but they're going to be gone. They're going to be out of Gaza. They will not be ruling Gaza anymore. That's where this all is headed. Pray for all this weekend. Think about, if you're a praying type, pray for all the innocent people on all sides of this whose lives have been destroyed. Have a good weekend. I'm Joe Walsh. Thanks for listening. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.